What's up, everybody? Welcome back in for another fun weekend of project working on the car. And but actually today I was working on the SpeedX here. Had to do a couple things to it, just like basic maintenance stuff. I always change the oil in the gearboxes there, but well, not the oil, the grease. I change those about once a year. And but anyway. I think you already saw what I was just pointing with. Remember I was telling you about a surprise that I was saving, and for that extra license plate bracket in the back. Well, here it is. So what it is United States map, obviously, and I had this custom made at a place called buildasign.com, and every state that you go through, you just color it in. So now, I mean, you can't just go and buy this sign. You have to like upload a picture and make the sign on the website. But so that's what I did. So every state that I drive through, I can color in. Obviously, Ohio, I can color that one in because I live in it. And I've been in PA with the car, so I can color that one in too. But yeah, so maybe someday we'll have the whole thing colored in. But anyway, let's get to it. Alright, so one thing that I didn't do yet is hook up the parking brake linkage, which is probably something important that I should do so the car doesn't roll away. But before I had these were the original, trying to think what these things are called. I had a brain fart, little linkage fork pieces, but anyway. So I need to make some new ones. I can't use these ones. I need ones with longer slotted holes because I relined the parking brake bands, and if you move the lever just a little bit, it comes right on. And I need to get it to the point where I can actually move the lever more forward because these won't allow the lever that gets you from neutral to second gear. It won't allow that lever to go any more forward because the parking brake bands are up against their backstop, if that makes any sense. But you'll see what I'm talking about whenever I make this. So basically I just need to go underneath, and I have these long nuts here, and I'm going to have two pieces of steel coming off with long slotted holes that will allow my second gear lever to continue movement without moving this rod, and then I'll still be able to pull it back. I'll be able to pull it back and put my parking brake on. But it'll all make sense whenever you see the finished product. Okay, so I have two of these made. The other one's over on the workbench, and these weld to the linkage rods on those long nuts that I was telling you about, and the pin that goes through the rod that the lever controls. So it allows the rod to move further than it needs to, and when it gets to this point, it'll actually pull and apply the parking brake. But see, what happens is whenever I release the brake, the lever in the floor has too much throw, and it keeps trying to push this way up against the backstop of where the parking brake likes to rest at whenever it's in the off position. So basically when I'm cruising down the road, the lever will be right about here when I'm in first gear. And then when I go forward, it will allow me to move the pin that way, allowing me into second gear. And then whenever I want to stop, I go all the way forward, and it'll actually pull the linkage and apply the parking brake. So that's kind of what we have to do with that. So now I need to weld both of these to those long nuts, and if my calculations are correct, it should work. So we'll see. Alright, so as you can see, we have one of the rods completed and painted, and the paint job didn't turn out very good, but whatever. It was just a spray can job. That's the nice thing about this car, is that like stuff doesn't have to look exactly perfect. You know, it'll kind of goes with the car. But I mean, functionality, yeah, it has to function perfect, but looks, yeah, we could get away with it. And then the other one here, I have it all made, and I ran taps and dies through all the threads, so it's it just needs painted. So yeah, that's been on the list for a little while for um, obvious reasons. You know, you want to have a parking brake, but yeah, I'll get these all painted up, and yeah. Okay, got everything all painted up, and as you can see here, the has it slotted. So right now it's actually in the neutral position. By neutral, I mean the parking brake is actually off right now, and so this has a little bit of load, like a little bit of tension on it. So as soon as I pull the lever back more, it's going to follow it all the way back. It's going to apply the parking brake. But then when I go to throw the handle forward, this pin will actually have some room to slide back in the slotted hole here, allowing me to get into second gear. So that was the whole goal. I got the I don't know if you could see the other side or not, but I got the other side on right there, and it's all connected up. So that was a successful fix right there. I'd been meaning to do that because you want a parking brake. But yeah, so there we go. Well, everyone got the parking brake linkage all done, and I didn't mount the plate today because I don't have any of the flathead screws that are on the actual license plate on the car. I know it sounds crazy. I'd kind of like them to match, but and plus I was gonna try to maybe find a cover to protect this, because it's not quite like a real license plate, so I don't know how durable it is. But get that thrown on there, and but yeah, moving right along. And what else? I can put that on tomorrow. I didn't do a whole lot today, as you can see. I just did the linkages, but and plus I went out and hung out with my friends tonight and stuff. So I just came back later now after that stuff was drying. You know, that the linkage was all dry, so I figured I'd put them on. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Everybody have a good one, and we'll see you next time.